Hey everybody, welcome to Amplify MP. My name is Mike Heaton, your host, and Amplify MP, if you don't know, is the network built to celebrate the people, the places, and the everyday moments that make Mount Pleasant, Iowa such a great place to live, work, and play. We saw a lot of that this weekend. We're going to talk about that here in a moment as we celebrated the founding of National Homesteaders Day. And we have a lot coming up that shows off our community, and it's just a fantastic way over the next couple weeks. We're going to talk about all that today on the show, but first, just please know that we are sponsored by Midwest Old Threshers, one of those amazing things that makes Mount Pleasant such a great place to live, work, and play. A special shout out to Terry, Grant, and all the amazing staff out there on the campus out there that are the grounds at Old Threshers that make it such an important part of our community. It really is, and we find that out more and more every single year that we get it to this time of year. The amount of volunteers that show up in our community, the amount of work that goes into putting on a great Old Threshers celebration, a great reunion. It just always blows my mind, and it's such a great example of community spirit. Our 411 for today, a lot's going on. We have a lot going on, but I'm going to highlight first something that happened this last weekend. Danny Murphy from Prep and Mama, who helped founded National Homesteaders Day, had a fantastic post online about sort of the experience that she had watching National Homesteaders Day come together. And it reminded me a lot of, we've talked about in the show 2018 when these massive storms came through right before Old Threshers hit, and the entire community got together and came together and picked up sticks, chainsawed trees, got out of the way, fixed up tents, just made everything work. And Danny had a very similar experience, I believe, this weekend, as she posted about it. If you check out their Facebook page on Prep and Mama and National Homesteaders Day, it just rained nonstop. Huge storms have rolled through Mount Pleasant and the whole Henry County area for the last basically week and a half. And things were just looking really bleak for a moment because Friday night, massive storm rolled through, tore through some tents, a lot of mud everywhere. Just not a good weather omen for the event. But at some point on Saturday morning, as Danny says, she looked out at the square and just saw the entire community got to work. And they made it all happen. They all came together to get things reset up, to get things so they look nice, and ended up being a very large crowd and being a great day as we launched and founded in our hometown there, National Homesteaders Day. So congratulations to Danny Murphy, to her daughter Tatum Kane, and all the people that put National Homesteaders Day together. It ended up being a wonderful event through and through for Mount Pleasant and nationally as we founded this great movement. For the rest of our 411, we have a lot of similar stuff coming up as Mount Pleasant gears up for the fall. It doesn't seem like we're there already, but let's get to our 411. Today, the First United Methodist Church of Mount Pleasant's Vacation Bible School has started and runs through Wednesday. The theme of this year is Hometown Nazareth. Tootsie B's Karaoke returns to Lulu's Landing from 7 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. There'll be live music at Splits in Mount Pleasant as they welcome in Redneck Road on Saturday from 7 to 10. Henry County Heritage Trust is presenting Samuel Luke Howe with Joy Lap on Saturday at the Heritage Center beginning at 2 p.m. Mr. Howe was known locally as a teacher and the founder of Howe's Academy and was deeply involved with the Underground Railroad. The Howe family as a whole has been a huge part of Mount Pleasant history, especially at Iowa Wesleyan for many years. And Samuel Howe was one of those first settlers, I believe, if I have my information right, to come to Mount Pleasant. Was an abolitionist. I think there's even some writings of him being on the square, speaking out against slavery, and his wife hoping, praying he'd come home alive every night. And I think Joy Lapp will help to lay all that out even more. It's a fascinating history of who we are as a town in Mount Pleasant and how we were created and started and grew, especially in that Quaker tradition with Salem and the Underground Railroad. Check that out, 2 p.m. on Saturday. Mount Pleasant Community Theater is holding auditions for Edgar Allan Poe radio show. Awesome as always. They do a fantastic radio show, the Community Theater does, and I believe this year they're trying to adjust things to where their fall show is going to be in October, along with all the other amazing October events we have. To sort of celebrate what the spookiness that is Mount Pleasant during the month of October. They're going with an Edgar Allan Poe radio show. They're seeking voices for eerie tales and chilling narratives for a live radio performance. Now, when we say live radio, what they're talking about is they're presenting like they're at a radio station, but they'll be on stage. You're acting, but you're a voice actor while acting on stage in front of an audience. Auditions are at the Bell Center on Sunday, August 23rd from 2 to 4 p.m. and Monday, August 24th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And then just finally the big one, school starts next Monday. Parents, I know you're excited. Kids, it is what it is. You got to go back, enjoy it while you can. If you have an event that you would like to announce, please email us at least 1 week prior to contact@amplify-mp.com. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Bring the kids and share the memories at the 2026 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Experience the sights, sounds, and traditions of steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, and more. First visit or a family tradition. Enjoy home-style food, the excitement of an Old West shootout, and nightly entertainment. For generations, this is where memories are made. Celebrate history and make new memories at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, September 3rd through 7th in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
Lock in your legacy with Mount Pleasant Panther Athletics. For just $250, sponsor one of 150 new lockers at the Maple Leaf Athletic Facility and have your name recognized with an engraved plaque. Support Panther athletes and lock in your legacy today.
New floors sound great, but moving furniture? Nah. Tearing up old carpet? No thanks. Juggling the whole project? You've got better things to do. Relax. We can do that. Your dream home will move, tear up, install, and handle it all while you kick back and enjoy your new space.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Amplify MP. It's time to get in the know. And as Matt Bryant would say, buckle up, kids. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2026. It's National Thrift Store Day. That sounds awesome. I think I'm going to go thrifting this evening. National Black Cat Appreciation Day, although I find that a little odd. You would think that would be in October, not in August, but we'll go with it. National Black Cat Appreciation Day. Maybe it's because it's a positive day. We're appreciating black cats, not like thinking of them as a bad omen, if you will, if you see them walk in front of you. It's also National I Love My Feet Day. You're going to have to Google that one. I'm not quite sure why we have that as a national day, but it's National I Love My Feet Day. Maybe it's to take care of your feet, wash between your toes. Just, your feet are important, I guess. Who knows? Okay. Whether you should not plan your day around. It actually looks like a pretty nice day today. The high is around 80 degrees. I went out walking my dog earlier today. It was gorgeous in the high 60s. Almost had to put on a long sleeve shirt. It just has that little tiny hint of fall. We had a storm system come through here yesterday evening and cool things down a little bit, which is real nice. Tomorrow it'll be cloudy with a chance of another round of thunderstorms yet again. After tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday are looking pretty good with highs in the low 80s. That sounds actually pretty nice. I think some of those hotter days are behind us, hopefully, but you never know. Old Thresher's around the corner, so you never know. Either it's going to be really nice or rainy or hot. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm going to say it could be whatever it decides to be because it's Old Threshers. In sports, okay, here we go, everybody. Sports. Panther girls tennis team plays Fairfield today at Fairfield at 4:30. So if you happen to be around Fairfield, want to go watch the girls tennis, make your way on over there and watch. This Friday, this is the biggie here, is at Maple Leaf Athletic Complex is Meet the Panthers night. It starts at 6:30 with introductions of the cheerleaders, the players, the managers, and coaches, followed by a cheerleader performance and then a football scrimmage against Danville at 7 p.m. We're going to be there, Amplify MP. We're going to be getting some video footage and some pictures that will show you some of the best plays from the scrimmage, as well as some of those introductions we'll make sure are either they'll be live at the time on our show, or we'll have them on Monday morning for everyone to see, our Monday show for everybody to check out. This day in history. On this day in 1969, one of the all-time grooviest events in music history, the Woodstock Music and Arts Fair, occurred. It approaches the end after more than 3 days of peace, love, and rock and roll in upstate New York. Sort of the beginning of the music festival world. Quote of the day: "When one must, one can." Charlotte Whitten. That's a good one. I like that. Maybe funny, maybe not. I used to date a girl who was an avid magazine collector, but we had to break up. She just had too many issues. Actually, I like that one a lot. That's a good dad joke right there. I'm going to remember that one and tell my kids it. Hey, remember to like, follow, and subscribe, as well as share. And now you're in the know, and this has been your Monday, August 17th episode of Amplify MP. We'll see you tomorrow.